right, everybody, welcome to Earth Science. It's time for the Sedimentary Lab. You should have already done the sedimentary notes. That's going to really be the only way to make it through this thing. There was a lot of important stuff in there. Let's look at what you're doing. You're going to have, like last time, this is your rock drawer where you've got these 10 samples. Now, listen, I said this in the notes. Some of these, it'd be really difficult to do without actually holding the rock. So I give some pretty strong hints here, like that one's that and that one's that. Excuse me. So you'll have to make some observations, but I think you guys can fight your way through this thing. This one's got little seashells in it. I'm going to do some more sneezing. I'll be back. All right. Hopefully we're set there. So yeah, seashells. You're going to want to look to see whether you see particles or not. A lot of these I gave away in the notes video, so I really think this thing should be pretty easy. 5, 6, 7. Usually in class, the big way you tell the difference between those is how they feel. So this one feels gritty, like almost like sandpaper, huh? And then a little finer, and then even finer yet. So those three go pretty much in order right down the reference table. Also made of different particle sizes, only angular this time. Those two are those two. So yeah, I mean, really should be pretty quick. Don't sweat it. What are we going to do over here? It's always like you feel like you should work from left to right, yeah? But sometimes, like especially with 9 and 10, I gave you what the rock name is, right? So chuck that in there. Then work these other using the reference tables, which I don't have up right now. Let's open one up real quick. If you use the reference table to answer those things that maybe you say, like, how do I tell if this is in there or not? There it is. So if you get gypsum, all the other information is going to be sitting right there. And if you use the one from the notes, we would have already written chemical in there, if you remember that. So that'll make life a little easier there. Okay. So it's a combination of using what you can observe with your rocks and then using what you see in the reference table. A good description, use the ESRT to help with language. And again, colors is not a useful thing. So you really don't want to start with your description being what the color of the rock is, though I did say here, except for coal. Remember, like sandstone could be any of a wide variety of colors. So color is a useless thing in determining what sandstone is. In fact, I think that one of the, where's your lab? Yeah, there's one of your rocks and there's 3 different colors of it. It's not sandstone, just in case, but color is useless because that's whatever the colors of the sediments were that made up that rock. It's more about what are the sediments themselves. Okay. The composition is going to be right out of this column right here. So, yeah, some of them have more words than others. Some of them are short, but you guys can do it. All right. What do you think? Yeah, I think this is pretty doable. All right. What are the 3 types of rock and how do they form? Hint, hint. It's those. Go back to the notes. Just tell me how those formed. It's right in there. That you'll just look at the 2 on the reference table. You can figure it out. Yeah. What is sandstone? And then this is from the most recent regions, in fact, talking about how coal forms. So it's a nice little infographic on how that works. So those 2 questions aren't too bad from it if you use the reference tables. And then I'm going to make you think a little bit here, thinking about the difference between burning wood and burning coal. That's going to be a little bit more of a challenge. Take your time. Think about it. Think about the nature of what is written there. Give me a couple good sentences and you're out of here. Not too bad, huh? All right. Good luck, everybody. You'll do great.